Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be going over Cassius. I'll give you a full breakdown of the kit, his strengths, his weaknesses. So let's dive further into the details. So the first starting point of Cassius, I think his biggest strength is his ability to card manipulate. So he has several abilities through which he can draw, discard, and redraw cards as well. So for example, let's have a look at shuffle. So what shuffle does is it discards all the cards in hand and draw for each. So if you have three cards, for example, it discards all three and gives you three fresh cards. The ideal one here, you would want to go for the zero epiphany. So you can choose up to five cards from discard pile to place on top of draw pile. So this works really well in combination with your Nia. Her name is Nia, right? Yeah, with Nia. So you can combo this really well with Nia and throw in your Yuki as a damage dealer, and you've got some obscene stuff happening. So he becomes quite useful with the new hero as well. Second point, so he has good flexibility. So if we look at his kit, it's got healing. This has got some amount of damage and stuff. So this I'll explain in detail when we get into it. So he's got damage stuff. He's got the ability to shuffle draws. So he's got a lot of flexibility in how he can pretty much be built. Now, his two cards I want to talk about in detail. One is Joker and one is Pop-eyed Popper. So if we look at the Epiphany here, basically what it can do. So the fourth option I believe is the best. This is the only option where you can choose which quest you want to start. What are these quests, right? So let's have a look at the quests. So there are four quests that you start on this particular hero. So when you use zero cost cards three times, this gets triggered. So what does it do? 40% damage for each attack card used in the this turn. Similarly, you have triple one, you have triple two. Sorry, this is straight. So this is zero, one, and two in the same turn. And you have full house where you use one card of each combatant. So this is a very unique skill. So you can do a lot of stuff and interesting damage with this as well. The second card I want to talk about is Joker. This is one of the best cards in the game, I believe. It does not have an epiphany, but you can basically choose one card from the draw pile. So imagine, especially if you are using him alongside your Yuki. Now, Yuki gets inspiration every time her card is drawn. So, probably you could do something like use this, use the card from Cassius, and then you get inspiration on this. So, you can just draw this card. Or either way, or you can also get Trickery Strike here. So, there are multiple routes that you can use. So, drawing the ability to choose the card you want to draw is absolutely insane. That is absolutely unique to this hero. So that's another very important part of his kit. So he's also known as the combo king because he can make some very interesting chains. So he's a little difficult in terms of uh, ability to use him. You do need to practice a bit with him. Once you start understanding the combos, there is a lot of stuff this hero can do that I don't think any other hero in the game currently has such a versatile kit as him. So definitely a very, very strong and interesting hero. One more point I like to point out, you do want to get at least one dupe of him. So discarded cards also gets added to Joker. So it can be found from the discarded pile as well. So makes him a lot stronger. While the other obviously egos are nice, but at least E1 I think is kind of necessary for him to be effective in the game. Now let's go over his weaknesses. So firstly, he's a true gamble hero, right? You really don't know what you'll get when, for example, you do shuffle. You don't really know what are the cards you'll draw, right? So, in terms of ability to control, and especially till you don't get the awakening on this can start any random quest. So, there's a lot of versatility in this kit and also a little bit lack of control into which direction you want to go. So at times he's a gamble, so he can definitely be a weakness. Healers are very important in this game, right? As we all know, and everyone's most used hero in the game right now is probably the same for everyone. And I'm trying to find her. There she is. So, Mika. Now, when you're using Cassius, you can't really combine him with Mika. You want to use him with a Nia or a Ray and one damage dealer. So that three, then you don't have much of healing. So that can be one problem. So that can be a problem, especially in chaos runs. You can run out of life because the bosses do hit pretty hard. So that can definitely be a challenge in terms of getting your team comp right. So that's one challenge that Cassius brings to the table. We went over the quests. One more last thing. So Cassius, although he's strong with a lot of heroes, there's no one clear-cut hero that he's strong with. Like everyone in the game knows about this combo, right? Yugo and Tresha. So you just run Yugo and Tresha together, and they absolutely knock the ball out of the park. You run Ray and Milin together, they knock things out of the park. So those are very clear cut combos. So Cassius doesn't have one particular hero that he combos really well with. So now let's talk about his epiphanies a little bit. We'll get into that as well. So Cassius has four epiphany cards. So Joker we discussed. Joker actually doesn't have an epiphany. So uh, he is going to always stay this card. But as we discussed this card in detail, I won't get into it again. Shuffle we discussed. So this discards all the cards in your hands and then draws. So you have five options that you can go here. So option one, exhaust two, discard cards in hand and draw for each. So you discard three cards and you will also draw three cards at the same time. Then discard any number of cards from hand and draw same number of cards. So you can choose how many you want to discard. And then draw five. So here you can suppose you have two cards in your hand. So you can just move all of them, discard them to the draw pile, and then draw five cards. So here, I think this shuffle is this fourth one is one of the better ones. Choose up to five cards from discard pile to place on top of draw pile. So this can be quite a game changer, but this has an exhaust on it, so that becomes a problem. The last one is draw three. If the total four or less, so never go for this one. This one really sucks. So basically, if you the cards you draw, the three cards, if their total AP value is not more than four, they'll just get discarded again. So typically, I think I would go for this one here because this can be like a game changing card here. In terms of dice trick again, I generally I would want to go for the zero is the worst actually if you see, but it's zero cost. So I would like to keep the cost of my deck mainly on the damage dealer who can use expensive hits. So probably I'll just go here. But this also is again interesting. So whenever you complete one of the quests, you get one quest card. This also you can actually go either way, but I would personally I prefer to go this route. So that because it's a zero cost, I would take this. Then we discussed Joker, Popeye. We discussed Popper. Here I think this one is clearly the best, where you can choose which quest you are starting. So that's that card. You want to discard this one. You really don't want to keep him in the kit. You want to discard this one as well whenever you can. And you want to get rid of this one. So these three are the cards I look to discard first. And then probably if you look at Devil, oh, we didn't look at this one. So this again, you can take one where you get a quest card. Here you have draw one, 80% damage to enemies equal to that card's cost. So here again, you can go for this one or this one as well. Draw two, discard two. I think this is a stronger option. This is what I would go for. Or if you are going to hit multiple enemies, then maybe this one works as well. But I think this is the safer bet where you draw two, discard two. So you're basically these three cards, four cards, sorry. Popeye, Popper, Devil Dice, Shuffle, Joker. This is what you want in the kit and maxed out. The ego skill is also very nice. It creates 2 quest cards as well. So again, so you're getting the synergy here. If we look at the potential or memory fragments rather, so I've basically gone for what I go for any support: one max HP set, defense, and the damage, shield, and healing of basic cards. And here I've gone for health, instinct damage. I would want this to be health or defense as well. Here I've got ego recovery. So that's basically what cards I had. Potential, again, you want to build up a lot of stuff here. So this one you want to get. Let's do that since we have the currency. This one you need to do. Let's just see how many we can do here. So you want to always get the card ones. Those are kind of important. Let's see. Okay, we had decent currency. So we'll want to activate this as well. So we'll have to get this to kind of finish that off. Yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this guide on Cassius. He's a really cool hero, and I strongly recommend everyone to try this hero out. You just need a little bit of practice. Once you get into it, I think he's one of the best heroes in the game. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.